And one more thing before we go. Last night, nobody saw this coming. WWE introduced a old yet new version of the World Heavyweight Championship belt. Now, I was in and out watching Raw. One of my former coworkers sent me the picture. I got excited at first because I was under the impression that they were taking away Roman's two belts, this two belt shit that he does, and they were giving him one belt, and this is what it was going to look like. It was a combination of the WWE Championship and the WCW World Championship. Okay, cool. Love it. Finally, get rid of that those toy looking belts. No, not what they were doing. So I actually watched the full promo with Triple H, and I know the draft's coming up. It makes it if you're looking at it from that perspective, it makes sense. If you're looking at it from the perspective of networks and the with the sale that just went through, okay, you can understand why they would do this from the business side. But as a fan, I just want one champion. The thing that having one champion did that I don't think enough people talk about was that the fact that you elevated the US and the Intercontinental Championship back to prestige. They were elevated. And especially with Gunther. I mean, even Austin Theory elevated it somewhat. I mean, he's been on a really good run here, but Gunther has really elevated Intercontinental Championship with those banger matches, those instant classic matches. Um, so those two titles are gonna feel the hurt of this. Maybe not so much. Whatever show Roman goes to, that secondary title won't feel it as much because he's not there every week. So that show will maybe not so much. But whoever gets the World Heavyweight Championship, I'm guessing Raw, um, they're probably gonna feel it more because that champion's gonna be there every single week. Um, so I've been debating with people all day about candidates, who should win it, who shouldn't win it. I know last night I said it should be Cody, but now that I thought about it a little more and slept on it, it should not be Cody. Cody needs to beat Roman. Period. End of story. If they were to put this title on Cody, the babyface, it's almost like a consolation prize to say, "Oh well, we didn't want you to beat Roman, but here you can have this over here," you know. So that's why he needs to beat Roman down the line. And it needs, my personal opinion, it needs to be a heel. There's one babyface I would be okay with, but outside of him, it needs to be a heel. All right. This is why this is the oldest saying in wrestling. The money is in the chase. So you get a heel champ at what was it, Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia when they're crowning the champion. And me personally, I'm gonna go and give my heel and my baby face that I think should win. My heel, who I absolutely, positively would totally buy, is Gunther. I would buy him 1000% as the World Heavyweight Champion and be in the heel faction of Imperium and have somebody chasing him. The babyface that I would buy, because he is a babyface, but he's not so much a babyface. Seth Rollins.
Yeah, that to me is a no-brainer.
The other reason I would go with Seth Rollins is because he's the only babyface that has not lost to Roman Reigns. So it wouldn't be a, consolation thing here. Here you go, because you didn't beat Roman, but you can have this. You know, um, I don't really know what Bobby Lashley is because they kind of got him like one day he's a face, one day he's a heel. I don't know. I would buy him a champion too, but it makes the most sense to me if you're gonna go the babyface route to go with Seth Rollins because he's the most over outside Sami Zayn. Um, but heel wise. I mean, Gunther to me has earned it. So that's my opinion. That's how I personally feel. I'm gonna throw it to you. What do you think about the championship? And who would you bestow the honor to?
Okay, well, first of all, what do you think of the belt itself?
I like the belt. I like that they went back to the actual belt. Uh, I get why they do the side plates. I don't necessarily agree with having the big W in the middle, but I get why they did it. I mean, it's not a it's not it's not ugly. I like it. I like it way more than two belts that Roman got. I would just say that right now. It looks like an actual championship belt.
Yeah, I like it because it has kind of an old school feel to me, and so me being the old guy on this podcast, that works for me. So as far as the wrestlers, okay, first of all, questions about Roman. First of all, if Roman was a regular champ, and if WWE took our advice and they had one champion, and that champion had to be responsible for appearing on both shows, maybe we wouldn't be back in this situation where each show is going to have its own champion. I hate that. I think less is better when it comes to titles. They have more value because not everybody has one, but it is what it is. Now, about Roman, does he continue to carry two belts around? Or do they somehow come up with a new belt for him that is just one belt? All right. I mean, it doesn't
They
really make
should.
sense for him.
They
Yeah, it
should.
doesn't really make
It
sense for him
looks
to carry around
ridiculous
two
to me.
belts.
It looks ridiculous to me. That's just me.
I agree. I agree. So hopefully that's in the works if they are going to do this. Now, boy, it's tough as far as who I think would make worthy champions. Now, look, to me, Gunther is an absolutely great heel, and I would buy him as champion. But how do you get from him being intercontinental champ to being world champ? In about a month's time? I'm sure. Look, it's wrestling; they could do it. I would buy him,
I listen. People ain't gonna like this. I would be okay with me having both. That's just me.
but then, yeah, but then what's happening is you're creating the same situation you have with Roman. You have one guy walking around with two
Nope,
belts.
nope, nope. No, you're not, because Gunther's gonna be on every week and Roman's not. That's why I said,
Yeah,
and you could say, okay, say he wins the title, and then you could say, okay, he can defend it later, or they could come up with something and say, well, you can't have both. So we're gonna do a tournament. You have to relinquish the Intercontinental Championship, and we'll do a tournament to determine a new one. There's ways around it. Um, but just initially, I don't see a problem with him winning and having the Intercontinental Championship. I don't see a problem with it.
the only thing is like, okay, when you challenge him, are you challenging him for the world title? Is he also going to defend the Is he going to defend both belts on a given night? Do you know what I mean? Is he going to defend Intercontinental one
Yeah,
week?
the logistical problems. I'm not going to say there's not. There is.
But you're right. He is a great candidate. I'm just saying, how do they get around that? Outside of that, the only other guy who I think is a great heel also has a title, and that's Theory. But I think he's too young. I don't know if I would buy him as a world champion right now. Now that's assuming we're going with the heel. Obviously, the face, Seth Rollins. If you're not going to make it Cody, then it has to be Seth. Those are your only two choices to me as far as legitimate heels that would make the champion. I'm trying to come up, I mean, with another or face. I think I said heel when I was talking about Rollins and Cody when I meant to say face. As far as heels, outside of Gunther, I'm trying to figure out one who like I would buy. You know, well, look, Brock is a heel right now. Now, is he precluded from fighting for this title, or is he just part time? The part time thing.
Yeah. Triple H made it clear in their promo. This person is going
That's
to be on every single week. They're going to defend it all the time. So that disqualifies Brock. That disqualifies all part timers.
I gotta tell you, it's tough, man, when you're talking about a heel champion. I mean, someone who I would really buy, who would be there every week, who is kind of a younger up and comer, like Gunther, like Theory. I, I'm just having a hard time thinking of anybody. Ooh, Dominic.
I have heard that because him as champion. along with Rhea, Mommy, and Poppy would be just insufferable. It's like, but the
I
greatest
mean,
heel couple
look,
since Stephanie and Triple H.
man, I tell you what, that would be a heel. Everybody would tune in to every match just to see him eventually get beat. I, man, I'm telling you, I could see that happening because Dominic is so over as a heel. We always say it. He's the biggest heel in wrestling right now. People love to hate him, and the Judgment Day is on the come up. We already see Rhea as a champion. Man, that's my pick because I just think it's too complicated for it to be going through with the whole intercontinental thing. Then you having another championship vacated and slide Dom in there. Go ahead and slide Dom in
I
there.
would not hate it. I tell you that because it is so hard to be a genuine heel these days, where people actually boo you out of the building. Where most people like cling to you and think it's cool. Oh, he's a heel. He's cool. We're gonna cling. We're gonna like the guy. Especially Chicago. When Finn Balor was cutting that promo with Cody, they were booing him, and Chicago is known for cheering heels and booing baby faces. They did not do that.
Yeah.
So,
And I mean, Dominic could go around saying, "Look, I did what my father did. I did in less time than my father. I've been here how many years? I'm already a
right,
champion.
right,
My deadbeat dad couldn't do
right.
it. You know what I mean? Just shit like
Just
that."
getting all the heat.
Yeah.
Finn said his name, and they booed so loud.
Man, just at the mention
Just
of
at the
his name.
name.
So imagine the response when he is holding that title up
Oh man,
as our new champion.
it almost makes too much sense.
I love the idea. I love it. I
Can
would buy
you
Gunther.
imagine him backstage walking past his daddy like, "Look what I did." And it
Yeah,
took you almost 20 years to do this. I did it in 3.
there's so much they could do with that.
Oh, man.
And you know what, man? He's white hot right now. Why not? Why not do it? Why not? He's there every week. He's young. Dominic's what? Still in his 20s, maybe is he
It's
30 yet?
20 no, he's like 24, 25.
Okay. So man,
Young.
he's young. He could go on every show. He's great at what he does. He's got the backup of the Judgment Day. He's working with veteran Finn
Exactly.
and the whole dynamic with them. And then, like you said, Mommy and Poppy, you're Raw World Champions. Well, actually, Rhea would is
We'd be
she's
on
the
SmackDown,
well, it depends. I mean,
but
she's a
they do
SmackDown
these
face.
videos and vignettes and stuff on social media, and then they're always doing stuff and taking pictures together, and they really are feeding into the thing. So them I can just see them doing photo shoots with the titles and being risque and just putting it all out there. I just they could do a lot with that.
Yeah,
It'd be very interesting if they go that route. I'll just say that.
yeah, I agree.
But my rugrats upstairs are getting a little rowdy, so uh did want to come on here. It's been a little while since we talked wrestling. I know we've been trying to kind of get on a schedule here with movies and trying to laughs and all that good stuff. Backlash is not this weekend, but the following weekend. Next week we will give it's May the 4th, so we gotta give y'all a movie. We'll get that movie review and there'll also be a prediction show. So one of two additional shows next week. Next week will be a busy week. And same as usual. Next week, trying to laugh. Next week, you get your throwback prediction show, post show for wrestling, and I look. We again, Life 1999 movie review for this Thursday. Can't wait to do that review. It's gonna be a great time, and hopefully. I put it out to him. I invited him on, Doc. I put it out to him. I don't know if he's gonna come, but I let him know he's welcome.
Come on, Doc.
I let him know. Um, So hopefully we get all three of us on there for that review. Um, Make sure you hit us up. Social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Third Generation Wrestling Podcast, and TikTok, Third Generation Wrestling Pod. Email, thirdgenwrestling@gmail.com. Ambassador, take us away.
You know the drill. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Tell your friends if you're enjoying what you're hearing. If you're not, let us know. Give us show ideas, give us throwback movie ideas, and we will do that. All right. So uh, thank you, one and all. We really appreciate y'all because 2023 is a big year for us so far. Things numbers are going up, and we have you all to thank you for. So to thank you for, I can't speak tonight. To thank you all for it. Thanks. Yeah, like take me out of here, man. I'm done.
All right. Yes, after May the 4th, we do need some themes. So please, if you don't come up with movies exactly, give us a theme or just give us random movies. 80s, 90s, early 2000s, meaning from 2000 to 2010. So,
Yeah,
because
how many great
everybody,
movies?
because everybody reviews the current stuff, you know. So we want to talk about the classics and have a fun time doing it, especially comedies. I mean, y'all love the Friday review. I guarantee y'all gonna love our life review. I swear it's gonna be a blast. So please comment down below. Let us know what movies y'all want us to talk about. And um I am working to get to the point where I can live stream and have y'all interact with us as we talk. And right now, what y'all are seeing is what's VOD, video on demand, meaning we record, I edit, and I post. So I would like to get to the point, and it's on me. I just had to take the time to do it. You know, it's just a little tough, but getting to the point where I can live stream, y'all can see. I really want to get to live stream and just trying to laugh, so y'all can be in on it with us. So that's the goal. It will happen sooner rather than later. I promise you. I promise you. As Rob has said, I have said, bigger things, 2023, moving forward. By the end of this year, 1,000 subscribers. I'm going for 1,000. Okay, we can do this.
Oh,
Tell
we
your
can.
friends.
We will.
Hit
We
that
will.
like
Let's
button.
just claim it. We'll just
Hit
claim
that
it.
like button. Subscribe, share, and of course, take care. Peace.